Why Kate Winslet needed Leo's help for new role. Film trailer: The Mountain Between Us. Stranded after a tragic plane crash, two strangers must forge a connection to survive the extreme elements of a remote snow-covered mountain. When they realize help is not coming, they embark on a perilous journey across hundreds of miles of wilderness, pushing one another to endure and discovering strength they never knew possible. The film is directed by Academy Award nominee Hani Aboussad and stars Academy Award winner Kate Winslet and Golden Globe winner Idris Elba. June 30, 2017. A month ago. /display/News Corp Australia.com/web/News Network Entertainment syndicated /Kate Winslet and Idris Elba in The Mountain Between Us. Film trailer: The Mountain Between Us. Kate Winslet put herself through hell for the upcoming disaster movie, The Mountain Between Us, and proved that Leonardo DiCaprio, who starred in The Revenant, isn't the only movie star willing to go sub-zero for the sake of a role. The 41-year-old Oscar winner said of shooting below 38 degrees below zero, "It was really f***ing cold, I'm not going to lie. It was absolutely as tough, if not tougher, than what it looks like. I found that I'm tougher than I even realized." And of course you tell yourself, it's okay, it's a movie, but actually we were in scary situations. This included being trapped under the ice. After I did the ice thing, I had some proper cracking nightmares about being trapped under ice. I 100% did, she nods. That's alright, they'll go away. She pauses. You have to be really resilient to get through something like that, and just have to kind of really surrender to it. Kate Winslet in The Mountain Between Us. DiCaprio in The Revenant. Winslet compared notes with former Titanic co-star, DiCaprio. Much was made of his manly endurance for jumping off cliffs, sleeping in animal carcasses, and eating bison parts for his role in The Revenant, for which he won an Oscar in 2016. We texted each other. I would send him photos every week. I'd say, "This one's for you, honey." And I'd send a picture of me hanging off the mountain. He'd send lots of cold-looking emojis back. We'd swap lots of stories, she smiles. It's lovely when that happens because we've both had, as she has had with lots of other actor friends, quite extreme circumstances on some of the films that we've done. So you end up ringing around each other and saying, "Did you do this? How did you manage that?" I felt lucky to be able to pick his brain. This year marks the 20th anniversary of Titanic, which remains the second highest grossing film of all time, following Avatar. I turned 21 on that film and we had a party. She shrugs. I don't remember anything outrageous happening that night, which probably means I had a hangover. The stars became friends during the filming of Titanic. The Mountain Between Us, released later this year, is about two strangers, a surgeon, Idris Elba, and a journalist, Winslet, who live through a plane crash and have to survive in extreme conditions. When they realize no one is coming to their rescue, they must forge a bond and trek through the snow for hundreds of miles. The role called for Winslet to leave her vanity at the door. Yeah. Some days I would look really truly gross, which I think was rather horrifying to the people at Fox. Winslet's heroics are not only contained on the screen. In 2011, while on Sir Richard Branson's island in the Caribbean, she came to the assistance of his then 90-year-old mother, pulling her out of her house when a fire broke out. That probably is the biggest crisis that I can compare in any way to the story of this film. It definitely makes a person much more anxious. I'm now definitely paranoid about house fires, which I didn't used to be at all, so I will constantly make sure I've turned off the stove, blown out all the candles, and I'm always unplugging head irons and hot tongs obsessively. I'll check them 3 times to make sure that I really did unplug them, she says emphatically. Going through a crisis like that does impact on people.